New details for the Nintendo Switch 2 have just leaked online. A rumor report from the Taiwanese Economic Forum has released specifications about the Nintendo Switch 2, including the specs of the screen, the system's battery life, and the amount of RAM included. What's up people, it's the Zigman, and I thank you for watching today's video, and today we're going to be discussing this report and the specs of the system. But before I dive in, you already know what to do. First things first, they say the retail price of the base system will be $400 instead of $300, like the current model of the Switch. This price point is based on the pressure of global inflation, technological cost, and the weak buying power of the yen. And it's because of that this new product's price has risen up to 33%. $400 is a steep price hike, but with people still buying PS5s priced at $500, it's more than likely it won't affect the buyers who are dedicated Nintendo fans. Since Switch has never had a major hardware update since its launch, the market expects Nintendo to launch this new generation console during the second quarter of this year. According to the report, some hardware specs will be upgraded. This includes its screen refresh rate, which will be set at a rate of 120 Hz. And if you know a thing or two about screen refresh rates, just know that the higher, the better. For example, the Asus ROG Ally is another handheld that displays at 120 Hz. So if you're familiar with that, it'll be very much the same. The Switch 2's battery life claim is said to last anywhere between 5 to 9 hours, versus the 2 to 6 hours for the OG Switch. The battery life in most cases will vary depending on what game you play and what settings you have set. In terms of storage, the Switch 2 will offer up to 64 gigs. Now let's be honest, that isn't much considering that the average Switch game takes up to 10 to 13 gigs of space. So that's something to keep in mind when choosing a memory card, assuming the Switch 2 will be equipped with a micro SD memory card slot like its predecessor. For me personally, I would love to see it come with more than 64 gigs of storage, especially since it's not only cheap, but if you're planning on playing titles such as Call of Duty or Tears of the Kingdom, which has the largest file sizes ever seen on a Switch game. If Nintendo's going in the direction of higher production value games, we're gonna need more storage space than that, right? One shocking bit of info from this report is that the Switch 2 will come with Nvidia's T239 processor and 8 gigs of RAM. Double the amount of RAM than the OG Switch, and the same amount of RAM as a PlayStation 4. It's going to be very interesting to see what the developers will do with all that power. All of this is great news assuming the rumors are true. I'm excited to see what will happen in the second quarter of 2024 when this all rolls out because it's going to be epic. Be sure to like and subscribe, it's what keeps this channel going, and as always, happy gaming my friends.